right, Shalom. I want to start off, as always, by giving our praises and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Kodash, double honors unto the apostles, the elders, and the bishops of Great Millstone. I want to send much love to the brothers out there doing this work in truth and sincerity, and also want to send peace and blessings unto the believers of the hopeful elect. And in this morning's lesson, I wanted to go over a few things here I have pulled up. I have 3 videos actually, and just want to show you what's going on in the world today and how pretty much everything is just geared toward prophecy as usual. All right. I love going into prophecies, the prophetic scriptures, and just, showing the news on how everything aligns with the scriptures. Okay. So I have this first video here pulled up from First Post here on YouTube. And as you can see, the title of this video reads, "Billionaires are building bunkers. Do they know something we don't?" And yes, they do know something that the public don't know, okay? And what is that they know is that the war of Armageddon will take place, okay? Ultimately, that's what they do know. That World War III will take place. Those nuclear missiles will get shot off. And they want to be in hiding when this hell break loose, okay? All of these so-called, billionaires and, these top elites, they're all building bunkers, all right? There's so much evidence coming out on it, okay? And the latest guy is, what's his name? Mark Zuckerberg, the guy who owns Facebook, all right? And this video here will go into it, but they're, they're really building these things. Okay, you had Rick Ross come out maybe I think like a month ago, said that he's building him one, with a driveway or something like that, he said. But hey, nevertheless, they're getting ready because something major is about to go down. And I just want to get into this information, Lord willing, this edifying, all right? So here we go.
Now, billionaires have many obsessions. Supercars, ice baths, exotic animals, you name it, and billionaires usually have it. But of late, they seem to have a new obsession: bunkers. The top 1% are building bunkers. Mark Zuckerberg is constructing one in Hawaii, and it's worth $270 million, $270 million. It's almost like a status symbol now. But why do the super rich need bunkers? Are they trying to survive a war? Maybe another pandemic? Or an apocalypse? Do they know something that we do not? Our next report tells you.
Blast-resistant doors, equipped with its own food and energy supplies. This is a 5,000 square foot shelter located underground in Hawaii. The price tag of the project is $270 million. If you want to survive an apocalypse, this is the place to be. Who does this belong to? Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg. The billionaire is building a bunker, and he isn't the only one. Former PayPal CEO Peter Thiel tried to build one in New Zealand. Bill Gates has plenty of underground security areas, apparently one under each of his homes. Of course, these are the higher-end ones, but you could get yourself a basic one for $500,000. It's almost like buying an expensive car. And for billionaires, it's a good way to use some loose change. But where are they building them? Apparently all over the world. But a popular choice seems to be New Zealand. It's attributed to its secluded location, which brings us to the boom in the companies building these survival shelters. Some of them are just basic shelters. They are underground, they have all the essentials, you can survive there for a few weeks. But a handful of them go a step further, like this one project that includes an island fortress. This is not just a bunker. The entire island is like a fort, with an inflammable moat. Basically, if you try to step foot on the island, it will burn down. But you will be perfectly safe inside the underground bunker. Sounds perfect for a zombie apocalypse. But why are the super rich building bunkers? What are they so scared of? In the last 5 years, the world has survived a lot. a global pandemic, 2 wars, climate change. Some of these bunkers had registered nurses, a collection of drugs, decontamination booths, medical supplies. One even has a full-fledged operating table. Basically, you can survive anything in there. It's almost like modern-day Noah's Ark. If you are in the bunker, you are likely to survive almost all catastrophes. But it's not for everyone. It's only for the chosen few. And here, Noah is not making the choice. The world's super rich are making it for themselves. But beneath all these underground bunkers,
Hey, man, why y'all taking shots at Noah, bro? You niggas ain't Noah. You niggas are not Noah, bro. Okay? See, the Lord was with Noah. Okay, the Lord not gonna be with you devils. All right. Now, some of y'all will survive. Okay, but you're not like Noah. Okay, nigga? You're going right into captivity as soon as the smoke clears. All right. And I'm gonna show you that in the Bible. Taking shots at Noah, man. You niggas are crazy.
bunkers lies a dark truth. It's that death is truly the great equalizer. And the super rich, just like us, fear it too. They cannot buy their way out of it, even with these underground bunkers and fortresses. But that hasn't stopped them from trying.
Right. They can't buy their way out of death, man. Because that's what's coming to the elites. All right, when they so-called make it through this nuclear war, they're going right into captivity. They're gonna be punished and put to death. All right, but let's get into these precepts, man. Okay, showing that these devils will go into these bunkers knowing that the Lord is here. Okay, knowing that He's coming, man. They know this information. Okay, the world doesn't understand it, but these elites, they do. That's why these bunkers are being built. All right. First scripture here, Isaiah chapter 2 and verse 10. This is an NLT Bible. It says, crawl into caves in the rocks, hide in the dust from the terror of the Lord Yahweh and the glory of His majesty. And this is what the elites will do. They will crawl into these caves in the rocks, right? Underground, okay? These different resorts they have. Some of them do got, hidden bunkers in mountains, actually, okay? It says human pride will be brought down and human arrogance will be humbled. Only the Lord Yahweh will be exalted on that day of judgment. So the Most High is going to bring down the pride of the world, man, especially of you elites and you devils, okay? You're very pompous and arrogant, man. But the Most High is going to humble you, okay, and have you shivering in your boots, so to speak, man. It says, for the Lord Yahweh of heaven's armies has a day of reckoning, okay? So a day is coming to where the Most High is going to make known His power, man. And that will be the day of the return of Yahweh, okay? It says He will punish the proud and mighty and bring down everything that is exalted, okay? It says He will cut down the tall cedars of Lebanon and all the mighty oaks of Bashan. This represents the nations, okay? It says He will level all the high mountains and all the lofty hills. This representing the governments of the world, okay? The different governments, right? They represent the high mountains and lofty hills. That's them, okay? This is parabolic speaking. It says He will break down every high tower and every fortified wall. He will destroy all the great trading ships and every magnificent vessel. So the Most High going to get the ships in the sea, man. Okay. It said He will, human pride will be humbled and human arrogance will be brought down. Honor the Lord Yahweh will be exalted on that day of judgment. It says idols will completely disappear, right? The idols of the world, man, these different gods, they're going to be gone because people are going to find out that them idols have no power, man. They can't protect them from the Lord, okay? They're going to be destroyed by the presence of the Lord. It says, when the Lord Yahweh rises to shake the earth, His enemies will crawl into holes in the ground, meaning what? They're going to go into bunkers. And when the Most High is going to shake the earth, man, when the war of Armageddon kick off, okay? Those missiles are going to shake the world, man, to and fro like a drunkard, as it says in Isaiah 24. And Lord will not get that precept. But this is when they're going to go into those bunkers, man. It says they will hide in caves of the rocks from the terror of the Lord Yahweh and the glory of his majesty. On that day of judgment, they will abandon the gold and silver idols they made for themselves to worship. They will leave their gods to the rodents and bats. When they crawl away into caverns and hide among the jagged rocks in the cliffs, they will try to escape the terror of the Lord Yahweh and the glory of his majesty when he rises to shake the earth. It says, don't put your trust in men humans. They are as frail as breath. What good are they, right? And people are trusting in men, okay, and these bunkers. If you're in Babylon the Great, okay, and you have a bunker, you're going to be destroyed, man, okay? Even if it's in Hawaii, you're going to be destroyed. All of Babylon will be destroyed. Everything connected to Babylon will be destroyed, okay? And you're going to be in no bunkers, you're going to be dead, all right? Thus said the Bible. This Revelation chapter 6 and verse 12 in the NLT Bible, it says, I watched as the Lamb broke the sixth seal, and there was a great earthquake. The great earthquake talking about the nuclear destruction, man. It says the sun became as dark as black cloth. As black cloth, and the moon became as red as blood. Then the stars of the sky fell to the earth like green figs falling from a tree shaken by a strong wind. Now, what's the stars talking about here? The missiles coming down, okay? Same thing is pretty much quoted in Isaiah chapter 34, all right? It says the sky will roll up like a scroll. That's talking about the mushroom cloud. Every time the missiles hit, they will create a mushroom cloud, right? It says, and all the mountains and islands were moved from their places. Then everyone, the kings of the earth, the rulers, the generals, the wealthy, right? Old Zuckerberg them, the powerful, and every slave and free person all hid themselves in the caves and among the rocks of the mountains. They cried to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of the one who sits on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of their wrath has come, and who is able to survive? The elect, okay? Now, there will be people, still on the earth after the nuclear destruction. That's in Revelation 18. But a lot of people are going to perish, man, okay? But people are going to try to hide from the Lord, all right? They're going to really try to hide from Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, man. Now, let me get Isaiah 24 real quick. Because this chapter here, or this precept is proof that the elites, okay, they will make it through the nuclear destruction, all right, but they're going into captivity, man. Now, see here, this is Isaiah chapter 24, starting at verse 18, right? It says, well, let me see here. Well, y'all start at 18, good for time's sake. It says, and real quick, man, this chapter here, all right, Isaiah 24 goes hand in hand with Revelation chapter 18, okay? Just go precept upon precept. It's talking about the same thing, all right? The Apostle Hart already went into a breakdown of it a few months ago. Very, very powerful breakdown, man. But it's talking about the same thing pretty much, all right? The downfall of Babylon the Great, that's what it's going into. It says, and it shall come to pass that he that fleeth from the noise of the fear shall fall into the pit, and he that cometh up out of the midst of the pit shall be taken in the snare. For the windows from on high are opened, and the foundations of the earth do shake. Now, what is it talking about for the windows of high are open? It's pretty much going into the missiles coming through the atmosphere, man. And they're going to hit the earth, and the foundation of the earth is going to shake, okay? That's what it's going into. It says the earth is utterly broken down, the earth is clean dissolved, the earth is moved exceedingly. So you know it's talking about the missiles. That's going to really shake up the earth, man. And the earth is going to move exceedingly, right? It says, the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. Now, what's going to fall and not rise again? Babylon the Great. Those are going to fall and not rise again. Okay, the earth's going to be restored. But this destruction is going to take care of Babylon the Great and other parts of the world. But really Babylon the Great, man. But the earth's going to rail to and fro like a drunkard, man. That's going to be a day, bro. Verse 21 says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord Yahweh shall punish the hosts of the high ones that are on high. Who is this talking about? The elites. And the kings of the earth upon the earth. So they're going to be punished, man. It says, and they shall be gathered together. So you see that? They're going to survive the destruction, man. And they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit, and shall be shut up in prison. So Esau going to jail. He going to jail, man. Right? Like how he like to put Jake in jail, you know, for just any little crime. Well, the Lord playing the trick back on him, man. After this destruction, right? And the elect, the remnant come back down after chariots, they're going to be gathered up and the nigga going to jail. Okay. All praise you, how about you? I was shot, man, because he need to be locked up. This nigga. It says, and after many days shall they be visited. Then the moon shall be confounded, and the sun ashamed. Now, what's this talking about here? The moon and the sun being confounded or ashamed. That's going into their understanding, right? Their knowledge. It's going to be confounded and ashamed, man. Because Esau, in his mind, these devils really think that they can defeat our Lord Yahweh, that they can overcome prophecy, man. They're delusional. And Satan got them delusional, okay? They're really going to fall, man. It says, when the Lord of hosts shall reign in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem before his ancients gloriously, okay? So these elites are not going to make it, man. As in what? They're not going to, you know, pop out the dust, so to speak, and just start ruling again. They're going into captivity, bro. Okay? So next thing I have pulled up here is a video from PBS NewsHour. As you can see, it says, the plastic industry knowingly pushed recycling myth for decades. New reports find. So the plastic industry, man, and pretty much all these industries have been lying about recycling the plastic. Okay? And you see different, you know, recycling bins, you know, in certain places as if they care about the plastic, man. And, you know, you can throw your plastic in there, but guess what? Esau just throwing this stuff all around the earth, man. We've all seen hella videos, man, of plastic in the ocean, plastic on the land, plastic just every damn where, okay? It has gotten so bad to where plastic is now in our bodies, man, okay? Nanoplastics. There isn't too much food or water that you handle that's not inside of plastic, man. And Esau know this shit is killing us. He know that it's you know, causing cancer and all kind of health problems in the body, man. Actually, Esau did a study, okay, to where they went to I think 7 different countries or something like that, all around the world. You know, just chose out, you know, individuals who are so-called healthy, right, who got good diets, and pretty much they tried to avoid plastic. And what Esau did was he took their feces, okay, and he, you know, studied it under a microscope to see was plastic in their feces, even though they avoided plastic. And it was in there, man. How it got in there, I don't know. Meaning in their bodies. Some way, somehow, plastic still got inside their bodies, even though they avoided it, man. So how much more us, bro, who drinking out of plastic bottles and shit, right? It's bad, man. I mean, it is bad out here on the earth. Okay, we need new management. We need that fire to come. Okay, that nuclear fire going to take care of the plastic, man. So I'm gonna play a little bit of this video here, and then I get into some precepts, man. All right, so here we go.
On average, the world produces 430 million metric tons of plastic every year. The United States alone produces tens of millions of tons of plastic waste annually. Yet on average in the United States, only about 5 to 6% of plastic is recycled. Nally Rogan digs into a new report covering the plastic industry's tactics to push recycling and avoid regulation.
A new report by the Center for Climate Integrity, an environmentalist group, says newly uncovered statements from oil and plastics executives underscore the industry's decades-long secret skepticism about the viability and efficacy of recycling. The authors of the report reviewed old investigations and new documents, including previously unknown assertions from industry executives. In 1994, one Exxon chemical executive put the industry's support for plastics recycling in blunt terms, saying, quote, "We are committed to the activities, but not committed to the results." Another representative from DuPont noted in 1992 that recycling goals were set knowing full well, quote, they were unlikely to meet them. Michael Copley is a...
Right. All Esau do is freaking lie, man. All he do is lie, bro. Okay? And the earth is proof of that. The way this man has mismanaged the earth, the way this shit is today, you just know he's a liar, man. This stuff has to be fixed, okay?
Correspondent covering climate issues for NPR. Michael, thank you so much for joining us. Some of these quotes that are in this report are very blunt. They might be shocking to some, but you've been covering these issues for a long time. Were you surprised by anything that's in this new report?
Yeah, I think what's in the report echoes a lot of what we've been seeing from previous investigations, and that is that the plastics industry pushed recycling as a solution, even though industry officials have known for a long time that it wasn't going to be viable at scale, or that they had serious doubts about its ability to be viable at scale. What we've seen is that they really looked at recycling as a way to kind of fend off regulation and to keep selling more plastic. And so we've known about that. I think it's always striking when you see a report like this that unearths new statements, new quotes, and to see the way in which they really seem to view recycling as sort of, a public relations tool as opposed to an environmental tool that they sort of presented publicly.
Many of the most eyebrow-raising quotes from this report are 10, 20, even 30 years old. If they're so old, why should we be paying attention to them today?
So right now, what the industry is saying is the focus on these comments doesn't accurately reflect where the industry is today. And so what it's asking for is sort of the public to trust it, that it's working on this new technology that is going to solve the problem of plastic waste now. And I think that the historical record sort of undercuts public trust in the industry and raises questions about those assertions now. I think the other reason why this matters is it could potentially be legally problematic for the industry. And by that, I mean the oil and gas industry right now is facing dozens of lawsuits from states and localities based in part on statements it made about climate change and fossil fuel going back decades. We know that the state of California has opened an investigation into the role of oil and gas companies in the petrochemical industry in kind of the creation of the plastic waste crisis that we're facing. And the group that put out the report, the Center for Climate Integrity, was upfront saying that it was compiling this to serve as kind of the fact basis or the basis of evidence for potential legal action.
I want to read a response we got from a plastics trade group called America's Plastic Makers. Their president accused this report and the authors of it of citing, quote, outdated, decades-old technologies, and says it's mischaracterizing the current state of the industry, as you were just talking about. This group also says that plastic makers are looking to have all plastic packaging be, quote, reused, recycled, and recovered by 2040. So
they want to have it all, recycle, reuse by 2040. Get the hell out of here, man. Get the hell out of here. Just stop making this stuff, okay? But Esau said that plastic is good because it's durable. But then he turned around and said plastic is bad because it's durable. No shit. And y'all don't know what to do with it, man. You don't know what to do with it. So you just throw it out in the earth, in the oceans, okay? I watch a few, nature documentaries. I love to watch the nature documentaries, man. And in those, nature documentaries, they come out and say that, this plastic stuff, man, is truly harming nature. Okay, animals are mistaking it for food. It's killing off a lot of birds. It's bad out here, bro. It's bad, but the Lord gonna judge you for that too, Esau. All of you nations, but mainly you Edomites. You are the ones who came up with this plastic BS, man. Okay. Now, you brothers and sisters can finish watching that if you want to, but for time's sake, I'm gonna get into these precepts here, man. This Revelation chapter 11, verse 18, it says, "And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. Right? The Lord is going to destroy those who destroy the earth, man. And it's evident that Esau, Edom, is destroying the earth. Okay, these are facts. So the Most High going to destroy him for that, right? Jeremiah 51:25, behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, said the Lord Yahweh, which destroyed all the earth. Okay, this devil is destroying all the earth, man. Now the earth is still beautiful, okay? It's still, habitable, but he has truly destroyed it in the sense to where, nature, everything is all messed up, man. Mankind suffering, right? The animals are suffering, bro. Nature itself is suffering to the point to where this man has now tried to replace the coral reef with tires, okay? He got Nissan tires in the ocean, He got robotic bees. There's madness out here, bro. How about you just leave stuff alone, man? And stop being a nigga. And maybe the earth will heal itself. But the earth can't get a break. Okay? It says, and I will stretch out my hand upon thee and roll thee down from the rocks and will make thee a burnt mountain, right? This is what's going to happen to you, Babylon. You're going to be a burnt mountain. Those missiles are going to burn you. Okay? It says, and they shall not take of thee a stone for a corner, nor a stone for foundations, but thou shalt be desolate forever, said the Lord Yahweh. In other words, ain't no coming back after the destruction for Babylon, man. Okay? This place is going to be totally, utterly destroyed by Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai. All right? And I have one more video here, and then I close out. This is from First Post as well. And it says here, Japan, lethal infection spreads. Government advises, see pandemic-like precautions. All right, this came out yesterday. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna play this here, and then I'll close out. All right.
And which is on high alert. That's because of a mysterious infection that is surging across the country. Japan's health ministry has advised people to take COVID pandemic-like precautions to deal with this bacterial infection commonly known as STSS. But what is this deadly infection, its symptoms, and how is it spreading so rapidly across Japan? Our next report offers answers to these critical questions.
Japan is staring at a potential health crisis. A mysterious, rare, but dangerous infection has made its way deep inside the land of the rising sun. And it's spreading at a record rate, while doctors and health officials struggle to identify the cause. This bacterial infection is what doctors call the streptococcal toxic shock syndrome, commonly known as the STSS. Most cases of STSS are caused by a bacterium commonly known as Strep A. The symptoms are similar to those caused by later strains of the coronavirus. It can cause sore throat, mainly in children. Many people could be infected without knowing, as they may not fall ill, so essentially they become carriers. Older people can experience symptoms that are like a common cold. In rare cases, the symptoms can worsen to tonsillitis, pneumonia, and meningitis. Strep A infections can be treated with antibiotics, but severe cases could need intensive medical attention. In some cases, it can cause serious illnesses, health complications, and even death, particularly in adults over 30. About 30% of STSS cases are fatal. So how does this infection spread? Much like COVID-19, it spreads through droplets and physical contact. The bacterium can also infect patients through wounds on the hands and feet. Authorities in Japan have confirmed the spread of a highly infectious strain of STSS. Japan's National Institute of Infectious Diseases, or the NIID, is still investigating this virus. They say the number of cases in 2024 will exceed those recorded in 2023. So far, 378 cases have already been recorded this year in all but 2 of Japan's 47 prefectures. 941 cases were recorded in 2023. So what caused the rapid rise of these infections in Japan since last year? Some experts believe it's connected to lifting of restrictions imposed during the coronavirus pandemic. Japan removed all pandemic border measures in April 2023. In May 2023, the government downgraded COVID-19 status from Class 2, which includes tuberculosis and SARS, to Class 5, placing it on legal par with the seasonal flu. These measures prompted people to lower their guard. Many abandoned basic measures to prevent infections, like wearing masks, and sanitizing hands also took a back seat. As the cause of these infections remains a mystery, Japan's health ministry is asking its people to follow the same hygiene precautions they did during the coronavirus outbreak. But the question is, will Japan now see a return of the pandemic way of life?
All right, so the STSS, whatever that is, going on in Japan, man. Who knows if this was spread, to Babylon the Great? Who knows? But I just thought it was interesting. I saw that last night. I was doing some little research. Watching the news videos. So, yeah, man, I'm gonna close out with this here, man. Lord, when it was edifying. All praise Yahweh B'Shem Al Shai B'Shem Chal Kadash. Shalom. Shalom.